We talked a little bit about mass transit earlier. While mass transit for the wider world generally means trains, buses, yes, but trains. In the United States, it means buses. And it means poor folks on buses, because mass transit has been ghettoized in this country. I offer you a follow-up comment from our buddy Robert in Japan. He says, I just wanted to add a word about trains. I went to the National English Teachers Conference last month, which was held in Nagoya. It is quite a long distance from my city to there. By car, it takes over a full day of driving. By train, it took 4 hours and 15 minutes by bullet train. In other words, to get to Fukuoka from my city of Kitakyushu, which is an hour and a half by car, it takes 15 minutes. I recently went to Kagoshima last weekend, and the bullet train is halfway done to that city. It was fast on that line. The other line was done by express train called the Sonic, which was nice, three times as fast as American trains. But it is nice to go really, really fast. Keep in mind that China now has the fastest bullet train. Keep in mind also, Bob, that as long as there are Republicans, you will never know what it is like to ride a bullet train. Never. It is pork, after all. Nor will your son or your grandson, Bob, as long as there are Republicans. And all it takes is that awful 20% to gum up the works. Shame. Not to depress you, but there we have it. And to think that the conservatives here have all seen the light, and we are now moving to the next stage of maglev trains, which are twice as fast as the bullet trains. They are now putting in a line from Tokyo to Osaka, which makes the trip down to an hour instead of 2.5. And I can only imagine what that is by car. Cheers, Robert. In the quiet moments, I weep for my nation. This is a vast continent. And the only thing that stands in the way, is there a continent on the planet that cries out for a bullet train more than North America does? Well, China, Asia, the largest of continents. Sure. But my God, one of those maglev trains, how long would it take to get from New York to L.A. on a train of that speed? Robert's right. We will never know. Never, ever know. My grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, our great-great-grandchildren will never know, for the simple reason that in this country there are godforsaken, sorry, piss-poor examples of human beings called Republicans. No, in our country we know of mass transit only, by and large, as buses.